So society is not as advanced as you would think, you know. We're still fighting amongst ourselves. We're still having wars. The only thing that has changed is our infrastructure and our technology. But in terms of our mindset, as a collective, as a human race, it's not really changed that much. You know, we still go to the Colosseums to watch the gladiators fight. It's just a bit more organized now. There's this boxing matches, kickboxing matches, whatever. Still people fighting, just a lot more health and safety and things like that. Women's rights came into play, well, less than 200 years ago, you know, and we've been documenting things since about, 3,400 BC. So, you know, it's taken quite a while to get to even where we are now. And we have a long way to go, especially on the level of generational excellence and creating, you know, a society that has more knowledge, wisdom and opportunities than you did growing up. We got a long way to go. So the reason I'm highlighting this is because I feel like the world nowadays, or at least most people act like we're actually a very advanced and civilization that is way past things, but we're really not. And all you have to do is look at what's going on in the world to see that. It's just that things are a bit more organized and more structured, and the way that they do things nowadays make things seem like they're one way when they're not. You know, the system is just more sophisticated. It's set up in a way that makes it look like it's an amazing utopia sometimes, which clearly we know it's not. But this is for the agents of generational excellence who are looking to really create that imprint and really create a better society, you know, and go against the kind of current powers that be, which is obviously is very difficult, but the current powers that be who are have this agenda of like control and stuff like that. You've got to be aware of that. You've got to see it. You know, we've got to remember that society hasn't psychologically hasn't come that far to what, you know, you would think. You know, we all still enjoy watching a good punch up on TV, you know, or going to see it in person. There's these, whether you want to call them primitive desires or primitive forms of entertainment, which have just become a lot more sophisticated and structured, and, you know, made sort of like technology has been used to, you know, make them and the infrastructure around them seem more advanced, and like, you know, we're way past our barbaric nature that we might have once had. But we're really not. And if you know that, you can start to see how things in society make a difference. You can start to see how certain businesses operate and, you know, kind of prey on those desires and things like that, or those behaviors of humans, to then leverage that, make the money and then get to the top. And of course, in this regimen, what we want is, you know, the people that do get to the top are there to create generational excellence and create more opportunities and propel society, because at the end of the day, society is going to be faced with many challenges. And if you're on the side of generational excellence, then you're on the side of wanting to propel humanity further and keep, you know, the longevity of humanity a thing. You want humans to live far, far into the future, many years in the future. You want them to survive the asteroid strikes. You want them to survive the sun blowing up. You know, you basically want them to survive until the universe just is no more and there's no other option. We want to see that. We want to see that last glimpse of the universe, right? Why? Because why not? We're here. We might as well try. So again, this is a reminder that there's a lot of work to be done. Humans are not as far ahead as you would think, and the way to get there is got to be through awareness. Like I said, awareness of yourself a bit more. You need an increased global consciousness, if you get what I'm saying. We need people to be looking inwards. And yeah, I mean, there was maybe a period of time, you know, with the hippies and stuff like that, right, where people started to look inwards, but then it got a bit messed up, a bit out of hand, and now the hippies are just seen as like weed smokers who, yeah, are just high and all peaceful. And you see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta question these things. You know, here's the thing, if I wanted to control a society, right, you don't just push one side. You don't just tell people, you know, when there's a divide in the society, if you create that divide, you don't just push one side of it. You add fuel to both sides, because when you add fuel to both sides of a, you know, a divide in society, you then control the agenda. You then control where this divide and the direction of this divide is taken. Do you get what I'm saying? So you would want to push, let's say the hippies, right? You would want to push where their thoughts and where their concerns are. You would want to add fuel to that fire and push it in a direction, as well as the people who would go against them, right? So if you infiltrate that community that was becoming spiritually aware, and then you start giving them weed and all these drugs, then you to you know, go against society and free themselves, and, you know, the government don't want you to have this because it's for this, then you've just messed up that you know, that divide from the inside. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that's the case, but this is an idea for many different divides in society, the left and the right, right? This video, you're probably thinking, this guy's crazy, what's this guy on about? But just hear me out on this one. So you got to add fuels to the fire of both sides to create a divide. And anyway, we're getting off topic, but yeah, so the point is, we need a global level of consciousness to rise to understand, you know, the self and things like that, and other ideas that I've discussed on this channel in other videos. And it starts with self-reflection. It starts with questioning everything you do, questioning yourself, and questioning everything that you're told, you know, in society. And with that, you'll be able to get that level of awareness that you need. You'll be able to free yourself from maybe the barbaric psychology and things that we just have engraved in us. And that is the real essence of, you know, becoming spiritually awake. I don't even like saying the term spiritually awake or woke nowadays because of what it's associated with, but that is the true essence of it. So there's work to be done. Society isn't as far ahead as you think, maybe in terms of technology, but the level of consciousness hasn't really increased as fast as the level of technology. And this is where you get problems. This is where the balance starts to get upset, and this is where people start using technology and consuming things and becoming a bit, you know, becoming like robots. You know, their mind is just getting dumbed down. But with that being said, we've spoken enough today. This is just a video summarizing a bunch of different things, and yeah, highlighting some points about society. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, because this is a small channel. We're trying to build this up and make even better videos for you guys, and I will see you in the next one.